Hey everybody, traveling with Jack and Pam, but not traveling these days because of the pandemic, so we're back in the kitchen. You may recall, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you how to make collard greens, but I didn't go into deep detail on it. So today I thought we'd do a little refresher course using beautiful red chard. I'm sure you've seen it in the supermarkets, and I've got some beautiful red chard here that I picked up at our local food co-op, and you can see it's just absolutely beautiful. Has a little bit of a redness there in the skin of it, you can see. Now, we're starting off though with the key to having some good red chard or collard greens or whatever it is you got to start with a nice base. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually sauteing some garlic and I've got some red pepper flakes. Now, here you go. Red pepper flakes with garlic, and I had a good quality organic olive oil. So that's in here right now. And here, I'll show it to you, see? Got a little bit of the red pepper, you got the oil, and you got the onions. What we're going to do is we're going to get this going just till it's kind of translucent. Okay? Just where it softens up just enough. Now, I don't want to burn this, and you can do that if you leave it on there too long. So I'm going to turn the heat down. And then over here, what I've done first is I chopped up the little ends off the red chard. There you see it. Beautiful little ends. We're going to put that in here. Again, this is a very quick, easy, healthy dish. It's a proven fact that greens like this are good for the immune system. So we're going to give those a little toss in there. And again, we've turned our heat down to fairly low. And then I've got my greens over here, and I need to chop these up a little bit more, of course. So there we go. I'm doing them in about 1-inch strips, crossways. And then I'll come back through, and then I'll go back through the center there. Okay, so now we've got our greens. And there, look at that. A big old bunch of beautiful greens. So, I'm going to add those. And I know it looks like the skillet is overflowing. Trust me, it's not a problem because they cook down. Remember when we cook spinach, how quickly it goes down. This serving of collard greens, I had that one nice bunch. If you've got a family of 3, that's about right. If you've got a family of 4 or 5, you probably want to consider getting a little bit more. Maybe get 2 bunches because, again, it's going to cook down. But you can obviously see we've got a nice color. Now, I'm going to turn the heat up now. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil. Just a little, though. Just to kind of keep the skillet, the bottom of the skillet nice and moist with that oil. So, one other thing, and I'm going to go run and get it right over here. This, believe it or not, this is kind of important on the flavor side. A little bit of a good Worcestershire sauce. This is the old Lee and Parents standby. Now, I know, I don't measure things. I apologize. You just kind of, cooking is one of those things you'll get a feel for it. But let's see, we're going to put, I think that's enough right there. So, give this a little push. Right like that. Now, today, too, we're doing these a little bit different. You may recall the other day when we did our collard greens, those were quick and easy greens that we did and had them on the table, from stovetop to table, in less than a half an hour. Well, it's the morning today, and I'm going to work this afternoon, and I didn't want to be rushed when I came home tonight for dinner, so I thought, well, I'm going to do these the more slow cook style. So all I'm doing is just giving these a nice coating of everything there. And now I've got to add my salt and pepper because eventually these are going to end up in the crock pot. So there we go. We've got our good quality sea salt. And you're going to be pretty generous with the salt because it's really going to soak them up. And then here's our pepper. And again, just be pretty generous with the pepper. And these are looking really, really nice. They're cooking down pretty quick. We've been on this, 5-6 minutes now? And we're getting just a beautiful color in our skillet. And we've got our onion. Remember, we've got our garlic, our onion, salt, pepper, everything together there. So, remember how the skillet was all piled up and now it's shrunk a good bit. Give you a good look there. Now, again, these are so good for you. Now, I've got my crock pot right over here ready to go. So, these are not completely done. You're not ready to eat these. But instead, we're going to transfer these to the crock pot. There we go. Putting those right in there. And I've already got the crock pot set up. It's going to be on low today for several hours. These are going to be delicious, guys. What am I having with it? I'm going to broil some salmon tonight. So I'm going to have some broiled salmon. Now, this is a little extra additive that we didn't do necessarily with our collard greens. I've got some organic, free-range chicken broth. And what we're going to do is we're going to add that to our crock pot with our greens that we've made. And we're going to pretty well cover them. And these are going to be so, so good. They're going to be so tender and delicious. So we've got that in there. And yeah, I can come over and give you a quick look. I don't know if you can see in there. Can you see it? A little hard. It's so black and dark. But anyway, you get the idea. And I'm going to put a little more because they will cook down a little. And put the lid on. Set to go to 7 or 8 hours so I get home tonight. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. So quick and easy. Red chard. Again, if you didn't like the collard greens, you can do the same thing with red chard. They've got green chard. There's also mustard greens. All kinds of good, healthy greens that are going to be so good for you and build up that immune system and make you strong. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It was quick and easy, wasn't it? Painless. And as always, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Traveling with Jack and Pam. We'll throw in these cooking tips and hopefully be back out there doing a little more traveling pretty soon once we get past this pandemic, okay? You guys have a good day. I'm going to turn the camera off. See you later.